Hey there guys, Chris101 here, and today I'm finally going to be having a part 2 to talking about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. So, a lot has happened since I last talked about this movie, huh? So, in the time I haven't talked about this movie, a lot has happened. The main thing being, there is now a whole freaking cast list for this movie, and I still only know Matthew Lillard. Also, before I progress in this video, I don't know what will and will not count as spoilers, even if it's just talking about the movie. That hasn't even come out yet, and nothing will really be confirmed about it. So, watch at your own risk. I don't know where there are going to be spoilers, so yeah. I guess now we could say spoilers incoming, cause look at the name of this Twitter page. Daco, we trusted you. So yeah, ever since that first teaser that we got of the FNaF movie even being filmed, I've been following this Twitter page that just popped up out of nowhere. To be honest, I wasn't going to follow it, but it always gave me some good news about the movie. And also, in the future, it'll basically be an archive to go back and look at how the first movie was even conceived and going up all the way up until its release and stuff like that. I stuttered, but I'm not retaking that voice clip. But you know what? Something that this Twitter page did let me and the FNaF community following it know is that the movie will be rated PG-13. And trust me, no one will be disappointed. I stand corrected. A few people will actually be disappointed. Okay, edgelords, let me humble you real quick and tell you something about horror movies. Now, me personally, my favorite horror movie series is Friday the 13th, and as we all know, that series is well within its right to be rated R, for a number of reasons. Number 1, the crude language it has. Number 2, sex. And number 3, the gore and blood that makes you squirm in your seat and cover your eyes. There's also, of course, a lot more to it, but those are the 3 main components on what make a horror movie rated R. Now, it doesn't always have to have those 3 trinities, but if it has at least 1 or 2 of those things, it will be rated R. Literally, go back to this list and try and cross out 1 and leave the other 2. No matter what combination you do, it will still count as a rated R film. So if you want to see a sex scene in the FNaF movie, more power to you. But me personally, I don't want to see that. So I would cross out number 2 and leave number 1 and number 3. But that would still make it a rated R movie. And as we all know, PG-13s don't really fall under gore and blood, but they still show it. So what are you complaining about? The Scooper and Sister location and the Springlock failure scene that's in 8-bit minigame form in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 are the goriest and bloodiest things that we have gotten in this whole entire game franchise. And you're complaining that the movie is PG-13? Grow up. There are literally good movie franchises out there, and singular movies that are horror and PG-13. The Visit from 2015 was PG-13. I've seen this movie, it scarred me, but it was a really good movie. Look, in the title, it has horror, mystery, and thriller. It's PG-13, didn't have that much blood and gore, but it was still present. I don't know what you want from Jason Blum in the FNaF movie. Also, all 4 of the Insidious movies are PG-13, yet you're saying the FNaF movie isn't going to be good just because it's PG-13. Have you even watched Insidious? Insidious is such a good series, and I recommend it. I grew up watching it from 2010 all the way up until 2018, with the new movie coming out soon, actually. And that one is most likely going to also be rated PG-13. So stop crying about the FNaF movie. Happy Death Day, another good PG-13 horror movie. Once again, look in the title. Horror, comedy, and mystery. Stop complaining. Happy Death Day to you. An okay horror movie, but still a horror movie that's rated PG-13. Look, comedy, horror, and mystery. And you know what? Going over these movies now makes sense. Also seeing the categories that they fall under have you seen what's been throughout all of them? Horror and mystery. And what is Five Nights at Freddy's? It's a horror game surrounded by an unsolvable mystery of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. So, my final statement, if we're all going to be completely honest with ourselves, it's going to fall under a horror, mystery, and thriller for the FNaF movie. And those three will make up a PG-13 movie. The end. Also, one more thing before I get to my final conclusion about this whole entire PG-13 fiasco is that one, blood and guts is not what make a horror movie a horror movie. It's about suspense, scariness, and horror. Horror, it's called a horror movie for a reason. It doesn't need blood and guts to be scary. Blood and guts really isn't that scary. All it does is add a sense of realism to it. So, one more message to the edgelords of FNaF that want it to be a rated R movie. I also wanted it to be rated R, but I'm fine with PG-13. So if you're still crying about it, and you're gonna protest and type out your little paragraphs on Twitter, 1, cry me a bloody river, and 2, shut your mouth. No one cares. I just cared enough to put you in your place and prove you wrong. Enjoy. But once again, on a for real note, I am totally fine with the FNaF movie being rated PG-13. I would have liked a more mature rating because I'm 17. But I'm fine with it. I'm fine. It could be targeted towards kids. That's what the main demographic is and has been for a while. But anyways, depending on the rating of the movie, I'm going to be keeping my expectations low. Because no matter if it was going to be PG-13 or rated R, we all know the track record with video game movies. But lately, they have been going up with Mario, Sonic, and Detective Pikachu. FNaF is just the many ones to join them now. But with Scott working very closely with this movie and keeping an eye on it, and also filming being wrapped up, I have high hopes, but once again, low expectations. So, I'm looking forward to see what happens on October 27th. Also, I'm not going to the theaters. I'm staying home and watching it on Peacock. But to be honest, I may go to the theaters for my second viewing to go watch it with some friends. I'll just act like I haven't seen it. Hopefully none of them see this video. But anyways, that concludes this long rant I just had about the FNaF movie being PG-13 and, well, basically my final thoughts about it. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. This has been Chris101 with another video signing off. See you guys. Bye. October 27th is the release date for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.